Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Nick from Noobkill coming at you with another Madden video today. So guys, we got a very special video today. I got one of the developers right here.
Danny Doberling, Double D, lead designer of Madden Mobile 18.
Exactly. This is the man. This is the man who makes all the content for us, the dude behind the scene.
I'm the one you can direct all your anger at.
But that being said, guys, you know I was flown out for a special event for the capture for early access at Madden Mobile. So, of course, we want to say thanks to EA for flying me out. This is on a test, I guess, kind of like a beta launch. It is very close to what the final product does look like, but take everything with a grain of salt. Like, we have test team of the week, Alan Hearns.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. That's not going to be
content is the last thing that we're working on this week, so but some good programs, some couple things coming besides the normal kickoff stuff. So.
Exactly. So we did go ahead and tweet out on Twitter. I said I was with the dev. We were doing a Q&A, so you guys might remember back to just spamming my Twitter feed. Unfortunately, we can't post this video. We would love to just answer your questions right on the same day, but I don't know when this video is coming out, like when all the embargoes and stuff, legal, all that stuff. But we are going to be answering questions, talking about new features with Danny. So let's jump into that. What do you want to talk about first?
So yeah, you'll notice like Tom Brady's everywhere, right? So unfortunately for Dolphins fans, it's tough to swallow, but he's everywhere. He's in the Madden Mobile Master. He's in our first user experience when you're going through that this year. So yeah. You're happy about that, but
I'm loving it.
We did a lot of big changes. I think the major thing is now that every player is worthwhile, right? So I get a silver, I get a bronze. Now I can all feed them into different players and train them up and get them better. As you noticed, we've already got a 101.
Devontae Freeman 101.
So we're going to be going past 99 this year. We're not going to be going too high, but. So yeah, as a general rule, we'll be going towards 99, but then you can level them past that. And we're paying that off in gameplay, which I think is pretty cool, right?
Yeah. So
if you ever put on that 120 speed or whatever, it's pretty fast.
So we can actually level this guy one more time. So we're gonna do that right here, and boom, I got a level up player. And he has 100 speed, guys. So.
Yeah, we did a lot of like the gameplay matchups, like if it's a contested catch or it's a big hit or whatever. We look at your OVR versus the other OVR just to pay off that if you invest in a team and you've built your guy up strong, that it shows and makes a difference on the field. So pretty cool stuff. I'm always excited about the gameplay stuff. I
really do like this new feature of like you can take any player. Like let's say you have your favorite player. He doesn't perform as well as you hope to, or unfortunately gets injured, but he has an elite card. You can still upgrade that guy to like a 90 overall, 100 overall if he's an elite. So I really do like that feature where everybody's teams can be diversified this year.
Yeah. So now when you rip packs, it's like, oh no, every single player has value.
Exactly. Like gold, silvers, they're all worth training points and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see and dive deep into this feature, especially like near end game. Everybody's gonna have like 100 and something overall teams. It's gonna be wild.
And now I can finally get Tannehill to 99, which is
amazing.
It's gonna be amazing.
All right, so let's go back to the dashboard.
So this is your new hub now. Before we would always get you the live events map screen. If you're asking where's the live events, it still exists. We're kind of breaking it down this year that your live events hub is basically all your NFL-centric events. And then when we do special programs, there'll be a tile that will pop up on there with its own background and its own sets and its own everything. And hopefully a diagram to show you how to complete all the sets to get the cool stuff in it. So kind of a new home base this year. Seasons is returning, leagues is returning. Head-to-head, I think we had a question on head-to-head, right?
Yeah, we did have a question about head-to-head.
I think they were asking for if it's synchronous yet. So we did a lot of major overhaul changes, but it's head-to-head is still asynchronous this year. We're still looking into possibilities of where to take the game, and that's always on the plate of potentially going in the future. But what we did for head-to-head is now it is not a long year chase. I think there was a huge grind of getting to Hall of Fame. That took a course of a year. So now we're going to be resetting head-to-head. We're still going back and forth internally of how long those seasons are, but we're going to be doing little mini head-to-head seasons where you're going to be ranking up with fans, and then you get rewarded out based on how you do. And then we'll also give you secondary rewards if you can finish on the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
If you guys follow me, and we've been doing a lot of FIFA Mobile on the channel, you guys remember we had attack mode where every month it would reset and there'd be a player that you kind of grind for. That's going to be introduced into the game. I know a lot of you guys love attack mode in FIFA Mobile, so they're going to be getting that in Madden Mobile. I think that's an awesome feature. Also, if you're wondering what's synchronous and not synchronous, it's just like it's head-to-head going to be live in real time versus a player. So
we still have it turn-based. However, we are not making you have to wait like 3 days to play somebody. So like if I get matched up against Noob, I can play my 3 drives in a row. And the other person has a day to respond. Yeah, so we'll get quicker results, and it's no longer you have to wait for a matchup and pass it back and forth. You'll just play your drives.
What is real time, though, is when you search for a match, you're going to be searching for a new player. It's not going to be like, I find the guy in the map, he gets an inbox notification. So there's going to be no more flooding of the inbox saying, hey, you got a match, go ahead and play it and stuff like that. And you can do all 3 drives like right away. You don't have to take turns no more.
Right.
And if the guy doesn't play in a day, boom, you automatically get the W.
And when we go to reset you and we give you your reward, last year I think we was called rookie tier, or rookie 1, 2, and 3. I think now this year we're in bronze, but you'll skip that and you'll be back in the pro pool. And we're still tweaking some of the rewards, so not final, but you can see based on what tier you finish, you will get it. And then if you finish in the top 10%, your choice of coach, and coaches is also something new.
Coach is huge this year, but you guys can kind of see the top tiers, and it's awesome because there's a lot of different ways you can get Madden cash now, not just watching the free video. And this is a good payout. Like we used to watch a video for like 30 seconds, get 5. This time, if you're ranked in the top, you're gonna get the elite head coach plus 5,000 experience points, and then an additional 500 Madden cash. So.
Yeah, coaches are big this year because like we focused a lot of the player boosts on players last year, and we can still do that, but it's not going to be as much. And most of the boosts are going to come from what coaches you collect and coaches you upgrade. So this token that you're seeing right here would give you your choice of any elite coach you want to collect, and then put that in to try to level them up.
And I also want to say once again, like I'm just showing these features just to give you guys like a little gist. It's not the 100%. Like they don't have the coach picture of what coach is. It's going to be changing every, I guess, whenever the refresh comes in.
Yeah.
But just take everything with a grain of salt, especially pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean that one right there, it's going to be a general thing, so you can use it on any of the elite coaches. So
I like that a lot. So that's talking about head to head. Let's talk about the big thing that's coming. Let's talk about tournaments.
So tournaments is my baby. So you get daily goals, and they should be quick and easy. I'm not going to make you have to play an entire season game. You might have to play a season quarter. You might have to open a pack in the store, but it's all stuff that you can do in like 5-10 minutes.
That's awesome.
So you come back, you do your daily goals in the day, you get some tournament tickets. If I play any head-to-head games, I earn progress towards tournament tickets. If I play on my league drives, I get tournament tickets. And what I do with those tournament tickets is on the weekend, we're going to do a quick, well, to start off, it's a quick 1 drive at the same time tournament against somebody. You have basically a half an hour to complete. So I say, hey, I'm going to turn in my ticket. I'm going to get matched up with somebody. We play a 1 drive. Whoever has the either the highest point total, yards gained, whatever.
Quickest to score.
Quickest to score. I get the win, and I move up the reward tiers. You can't really see the reward tiers because we're outside of a tournament right now. But we'll be tuning it. Right now the numbers are, there's about 5 reward tiers, and each number of wins move you up the reward tiers. And then based on the weekend ends, you get paid out. And first time we get to let you choose your reward, which I think is really cool, right?
This is awesome.
Because it depends what you're chasing or whatever. So I can go, if I finish, you get to pick 1, and if I finish 2, I get to pick 1 in each tier, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really great thing. So if I finish off at tier 5, I get to pick 1 from here, then I get to pick 1 from tier 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys get the gist. It's only, you have to go there. So if I finish in 3, I can't go pick in 5, obviously, but I can pick from 3, 2, and 1. So you can get a bunch of rewards. Also, guys, like I said, I don't know when this video is posted, but I believe my other sneak peeks and stuff, I did dive more in depth and talked a little bit more when we had this live. So if you want to check out those videos, I'll leave most of the, I'll make a playlist and keep it in the description. But I really do like this. There's different ways. So like Danny mentioned, to get tickets, you can either do daily goals, and that's your experience. So finishing all 7, we got 900 experience points. You can kind of see the bar on top of the tickets. It's just like a regular experience bar. Every time you fill it, you get a free ticket. You can also buy tickets for, it's pretty cheap at 50
yeah.
Madden cash, I believe, and we get free match.
We're working. We'll try to find the right balance of offers to get you tickets and stuff like that. But concentrate on those getting to those top reward tiers. When you do get a reward tier, you start filling your captain status meter, and your captain status meter is a quarterly chase, right? So every time I get, let's say I get all the way to 5 stars, that adds progress on my captain status meter. Then after 3 months, your goal here is to get the highest captain status. You get a logo, you get to put it on your badge, and then you make everybody, we find out who the best, most engaged players in that mobile are. So I think it's going to be kind of interesting.
I think it's like a new take on what's it called, head-to-head. It brings another aspect of competitive play, and there could be some like little hints dropped in here of some possible content we might get in the future.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy about how the game is flowing. What we're taking, I think these are really great steps of going forward in progress and stuff like that. But
and one other thing, I think the goal of tournaments is to evolve. This is going to be the base foundation. I know it's one drive, it's quick and simple, but the goals from here on out is to be able to diversify what you're doing every weekend. This is just for launch. We're going to get to a point where I'm hoping that we can put crazy experiences, mixing up multiple drives, different rule sets and everything. So you'll have a different experience every time you come back on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. So I do like that. Do you want to go into sets very quickly?
Sure. A big change this year is auto sets.
So here's one example. Tom Brady's going to pop up, be like, yo, I'm the GOAT. Let's go ahead and just ball out this game. So...
yeah, so you're not seeing much right now because I think you're still... there it is. So anyways, you basically get tokens and earn things, and they'll automatically be populated into sets, so you don't have to worry about what collectible goes in what. There'll still be sets that we do our traditional program sets where you earn collectibles and you put them in sets, but now a lot of that bookkeeping and stuff is erased, and what we're gonna manage things for you. And then when we fill out a set, you get a reward, and then you can redo it as repeatable sets do. I mean, every NFL team will have one. There's cool stuff like the Wheel of Players that have cooldown timers.
And there's a whole, like, Tom Brady GOAT.
Madden, there's a big chain for Madden Mobile Master this year.
I like it a lot. I think this is a really nice thing they did to sets. Now, of course, there's not all the sets because it's still early product. So, but one of these new things is the stacked players. I think that's awesome. The artwork on these guys' card. I think I pulled one. So let's go to team. I think I have like a Luke Kuechly or something. So let's just show that off quickly. Yeah, so I got Luke Kuechly. How dope does that artwork look, guys? I think it's so sick, and they have like special like stacked boosts to the players and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, so that's like kind of the features we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna do like a quick question and answering with Danny. So I guess the first question from MMP was, are there gonna be graphic improvements in season and gameplay? I guess.
So once again, I mean, like, the graphics, we know we hear from everybody all the time of like improving it. So we did do a graphical upgrade. Now we did do an engine upgrade. So we try to make some improvements where we could. So the player models are different this year. The field textures are different this year. So we spent a lot of time on getting those right. Always, when we look to doing another engine, it's always on the table. But like, we had overhauled the game so much this year, it would obviously take a ton of resources to do that. So it's always something we're exploring, but this year you'll notice the player model should look better. The field textures, all that stuff, looks more authentic.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I believe how many jerseys and stuff?
So not at launch, but it's something that we're working on that we will hopefully be 1-to-1 with console. So we're looking at like over 400 uniforms that you can set independently for home and away. We don't like to talk about coming soon, but I know since we've already talked about uniforms, I don't think they'll get too mad saying that. But yeah, that is something we're looking into doing.
So also another question. We did get scramble last year. Is there a possibility we can scramble and then throw on the scramble instead of hitting the button once again?
Yeah,
to try to scramble.
It's not in launch, but I definitely, if anybody's watching from work, needs to write that down because we do need to address that. I agree that we should, Scramble was awesome last year. It's still mobile makes mobile quarterbacks worth it. But yeah, I think that's a good thing. We should look to it this year.
One of the questions was asked by a couple of people, and of course, I guess Man Mobile Slay was asking about sideline. We kind of talked about, but
yeah, thank you for my one fan. I know my dad really likes sidelines, but I love doing it. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do that. Maybe one day, me and T-Pain will get the band back together and go rogue. But right now, it's not a thing we can do.
I got a couple questions here. Is there going to be a trade block?
No, so trade block, I mean, if we lived in a world where people didn't exploit the system, I would love to do trade block, but there's ways to do it, but I mean, the trading of players it's just an exploitable.
It's too much holes.
I would rather look to do something in leagues where you guys can lend players as a future feature, but that's why we haven't really explored trade block.
Another question from Jacob Snipes. He asks, draft champions, probably not, but it's worth a shot asking.
I mean, if anybody knows me from work, I just love Draft Champions, and I love it so much. I would love to see it one day in it, but it's just like everything else. There's so many cool ideas. We've got a ton on the plate. We want to get to a lot of these ideas this year.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So I think that's
there's just some minor gripes that I've heard a lot that we've addressed. I mean, not to go through the list of all the things, but like I know offensive tackles and have been a bane of people's existence. So we did a lot of tuning on that. So hopefully they won't look like goons that much anymore. I mean, if you still run back in the pocket 20 yards, they're probably going to act idiots. But we did a lot of pocket stuff this year. Also, we're going to reduce the timer on league games because I feel like people are complaining that when we reset, like it would go over the 24-hour mark, and then the time keeps. So we're going to reduce the amount of time so we can try to hit that 24-hour mark every day. Yeah.
Another question might be our last question. Will there ever be a career mode in Madden Mobile?
I mean, that's just once again, it's another thing. Yeah, I think that's we've seen other games and it's been successful. I think there's going to be a lot of exploration with tie-ins this year of building your player now that you can level them up more than just a little bit of a time. So there'll be things this year with programs where you'll be able to build some players and do some sort of things, and maybe one day get to a full-fledged career mode. But there's a lot of stuff to do, you know. This was basically this year was all about overhauling, making sets easier to manage, building the players, and so we don't see at the end of the year everybody's got the same team and the same 99. Now you can build the team that you want to build, right? You can take the coach you want to, what are the locker items you want to chase. So a lot of redefining the way we do things.
All right, so this will be our final question, guys, from Matt Sully. Will overall change for mobile like they did on console? Also, will we need to buy our game plans this upcoming season?
Overall change? What was that?
I guess yes, because if overall changing means like player leveling, I think.
I mean, we've made I think there's a ton of changes to the game. As for game plans, the boost that there's a few game plan changes. We still have the soft counter system. The bases we've took out the one category where it gives you attribute boosts, and those are moved towards coaches. So now it's more just about the play type and the specific play boosts. We're going to be lowering overall counter percentage across the board, so we won't see such high counters. And the defensive unit cards, we're going to make them easier to get. There's some more gold defensive units. You'll be able to get one in the season score store if you're a return user. There'll also be another opportunity in a early program to get the. So I went the whole time at my free defensive unit, and I'm like, man, I never could get a really good defensive unit. But so yeah, those are the kind of the tweaks for his game plan. But we've been in contact with a lot of GCs about game changers like Noob, all these terms. A
lot of short forms over at EA
about how to improve stuff like that. So going forward, we'll always looking into ways to improve that.
Like if anybody can guess what Fatui stands for, I'll pin it in the comments.
Everything at EA is an acronym. But yeah.
So if you can get whatever Fatui stands for, I'll pin it in the comment section. But yeah, that being said, guys, that was like a little Q&A just showing off like the game. I really want to say thanks to Danny for coming by my hotel room, I guess, because just doing this little...
The party's about to get started, and I'm skipping work, so I'm going to have to go back to work.
Exactly.
But yeah, I want to thank all the game changers. This is the most we've ever worked with them, like Noob, and just getting the build in front of them months before, and we've just taken feedback after feedback after feedback.
It's been awesome.
So we're able to we've iterated a lot based on their feedback, and there's definitely more to come. We'll have another release not too far after launch, so with more rounds of good stuff. So plenty of stuff to stick around this year.
But yeah, guys, this is a longer video, but we got into a lot of in-depth content. We got a Q&A as well. But really want to say thanks to Danny once again. Thanks to EA Sports for sponsoring this event. Of course, take everything with a grain of salt, kind of like with like a Team of the Week, Alan Hearns and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, hopefully we answered some of your questions. You learned a little bit about the content that's going to be dropping. Like I said, I don't know when this video comes out, but thank you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome day. And
thanks to all your passionate feedback on Reddit and Mudhead. We read all of it. We do. And we try. We do try. And we're hopefully we can get this level again of communication. This is fun. So thanks everybody.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys soon. All right. Peace.
What's up?